welcome back to this thing.
It's a game.
More skits! Hey, do you really think it's okay to master stuff that belongs to the goddess? You're just now questioning this?
What do you think?
It's a bit late for that.
Huh? How should I know? I wonder.
Excuse me, I need to bang my head. Oh well, nothing we can do about it now, right? There you go!
Then why'd you bring it up? Now you got me worrying about it.
Maybe it'll be a plot point that comes into play later.
I wish.
Spoilers, it won't.
Again,
I knew it.
I probably already said it, but I can't understand how this game can tell so much and so little at the same time.
Pedro up the air is kind of lame, don't you think?
That
it's
tends
too
to be-
normal.
You know, Tia, that tends to be the problem with some of the most pretentious of anime.
Direct, easy to grasp. But did you have something else in mind?
Like, seriously, think about it. Evangelion. A lot of people talk about how it says so much and everything, but when you get down to it, it's essentially just an easily manipulated kid being manipulated by his father to enact the apocalypse.
Armstrong.
What?
Right. It's my fault for asking.
Classic reference or F. Do something stupid, point out that it's stupid, and that equals funny.
Or bring up something and not really look into it.
Tio, you're up.
Actually,
So-
it meets me first.
You first
So
then,
listen,
Tio.
that thing Arlie made, it's, safe, right?
Why do you, do you not trust her judgment? And then it'll be exploded immediately.
Do I need to make a montage of all the reasons why I don't even trust her?
No, I'm just wondering.
Well, I was watching her work and I had no idea what she was doing. But this is one of those times you can't just trust her.
Just
Okay.
trust her on this, okay?
One of
Yeah,
those
trust-
times.
Trust the
Oh.
molesting bitch.
Hey, Pippin is still in the game, guys. Hey, what are you doing here? I was simply meditating in order to heighten my concentration going forward.
Jesus Christ. You know, look, Pippin's my least favorite, yes, of the team, but honestly, they give him so little that it's not even fair.
Yeah.
Wow, really? You can actually meditate with a body shape like that? Well, I guess your legs are stupidly long.
What?
How insulting of you, asshole.
Also, what does
a
that even
charming
mean?
fellow.
I am quite proud of the slender beauty of my leg.
Undertale did it better. Just gonna say.
Oh,
Wait,
good
uh,
it is. Alright, Dibs. Have it away.
Brit guy. Traveling into the body of the vile god. It sounds like some kind of exotic fairy tale.
Oh yeah,
Or
like
some-
Ni
or
no
some
Kuni.
weird guy- Or some weird guy's fetish form thing.
Well, okay. To be fair to you, even in Ni no Kuni,
could
we
be
did have to
Oh,
venture into
even
the
he says
body
it's-
of a fairy.
Wow, that sounds like a pretty messed up fairy tale.
Clearly,
Actually,
Fang does not
Most
learn.
fairy tales are rather intense. They're quite interesting, really. Oh my god, I get more than one line in a skit.
You know, he has a point actually. The original version of Cinderella has the stepsisters cutting their feet in order to fit the shoes.
I get 2 lines.
Alright, Taylor, go ahead.
Amazing.
The vile god. There is no worthier opponent to test my skill against.
By all means, tell us. No, by all means, just tell us about this vile god. Don't, show anything. Why would we want to see anything?
We can't show anything. Remember, we got a budget of £5.
Remember, rescuing Tiara is our top priority.
Ah,
Don't go
come
rushing
on.
to
We have
find
that
him right
one on
away,
the
guys.
sandwich.
Sure. Alright, chums, let's do this. Leroy Jean.
I never got that
Seriously,
reference.
Seriously, how long's Tiara been gone now? Like 10 parts?
Like, seriously, I think even Aerith saw more fruition. And she died.
Go ahead, Chiri.
Hello.
Very brutally. The Vile God must be really strong, huh?
Oh, for God's
Well, he
sakes.
is a god.
It's the vile god.
Well,
it's in the name.
to be fair,
What
Pedro,
is a god to a non-believer?
to be fair, Pedro, it kind of depends on what version of lore you're looking at. Like, sometimes certain gods can be underpowered compared to other gods.
Oh yeah, he has played Shin Megami Tensei, you should know.
My favorite take on it is possibly Supernatural's take, where all the gods of all religions actually do exist.
If only all gods were Stan Lee-like characters voiced by Kirk Fortin.
Or Stanley-like characters voiced by Stan Lee.
Sorry, that's not in your contract.
Let me know when we...
Oh boy, the psychopath. Let's see what he's
So,
thinking of killing
the time has
today.
once again come to confront the vile god.
Who can I kill today?
The vile god,
Detected
apparently.
An increase in respiration and
Oh.
heart rate.
I'll kill God today.
I'm just excited. I won't
machine.
fall behind this time.
You see? He's just aching to kill something today.
Not just that, Rishi was kind of telling me that Sherman got a boner for that.
Affirmative. The simple fact that you still exist is strong evidence that your partner is safe.
No,
True.
thanks.
Oh yeah, that's a
Optimus.
good point.
No, he has a point actually too.
Aw.
What
That
Kui-
matter is
what discount?
consistent with
what
Sherman's
discount-
wishes. I have no reason to object. You know what's sad?
What discount Cube said?
I just realized that. Oh wait, never mind.
Are they actually having a real conversation?
Here's the sad thing. This is one of the. That was
Yes,
actually. That was
he's
one
the
of the better.
Raptors fan.
That was one of the better conversations in this game for me. Why? Well, yeah, we
Alright.
don't understand, but oh.
And now time for more shipping. Hey! Is Ethel around?
What are you
Ooga
doing
booga,
here, Fat
where the
Albert?
Elliot?
Ah, bang. Go ahead, Shiri.
Do you have some business with Ethel?
My Ethel?
My
What
Ethel.
are you, her mother?
My,
Her
well,
menacing aura is telling me
well, to be
Well,
fair,
then
my
again, she
God,
kind of
no.
has been.
To be fair, she kind of is.
Yeah.
Kind of.
she's the closest thing at least.
And then I can imagine Ethel saying, "You're not my fucking mother."
And then it turns out Ethel has a
Hey,
secret
come on.
drug problem.
You're looking at me like I'm some kind of animal. It's not like I'd try to rape her or something.
Yeah, like Harley would. Anyway.
Speaking of which, where is she?
Go ahead, Shiri.
I'm Ethel's guardian. It's a perfectly natural reaction. Now then, what do you want?
Reminder,
What kind
Karen.
of money did you take?
Reminder, Karen is the only one who's called the police on anyone, and it wasn't Harley.
Well, I just thought I should actually play with her for real. I picked up something really cool. No, he actually means it this time.
It's a subversion of the gag.
It's
That's
a plot twist. It's Cards Against Humanity.
He's just gonna take advantage of her stupidity. You'll see.
Should I be suspicious?
Well, it is a compile hard game, so yes.
funny
Yes, she
fact.
should.
I actually have a fun fact, but I'll save that for when we're in a gameplay
You should
section.
probably have a baseball bat on standby too.
Not at all. I got this. I
sure,
know you
right.
can't see it, but ta-da! A foxtail. Again, I know you can actually see the foxtail, but just trust me, I haven't.
Um,
I am
where
not
did
gonna.
you
I'm not
get
gonna
that?
say anything, but this is not charming in the
Wiggle,
slightest.
wiggle! What are you doing, twerking?
I'm
Basically,
pretty
okay. Allow me. Basically, what they're trying to get across is that he's wiggling the tail, and she tries to catch it, and he pulls it away. Basically,
So she's a
you know,
cat.
he's treating her like a cat, basically.
Wait a minute. She's a bunny, not a dog.
Or a cat, yeah.
And now try between here, over here.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Sleep.
Oh my god,
So
the
they-
sprites actually move side to side. That's like the first time they've ever done
Yeah,
that in this version of the game.
a bit.
That was a close one.
Bonding, everyone.
Well, to be fair, too, this is harmless.
It's
compared
the
to other
problem.
stuff
It's
we've seen.
exactly the problem. The way the sprite cutscene artwork is presented makes this scene completely useless.
Whatever
It's
kind of,
useless.
this is the kind of humor or character interaction that can only work if we actually see it happening.
Or,
Or
heck,
if you have actual variation in the sprites, these are so minimal it just doesn't work.
again, here's the problem. Up until now, they've been doing nothing with the sprites. In this version, seriously, one credit I give the PS3 version, the sprites actually, okay, the sprites didn't move actually within themselves, but they did all the stuff they zoomed in or they mingled with others, and heck, there was actually more
Like,
than just
For
two on the screen.
comparison,
Heck,
games
let's compare
sorry,
this.
go ahead.
Let's compare this to, say, the DS Ace Attorney games. Yeah, you couldn't do much with the sprites, but you could actually simulate all the stuff that was going on with them. Like, for instance, Phoenix gets knocked out, the screen shakes. Phoenix falls down a cliff, you see the portrait he's looking up at grow smaller and smaller. And reminder, the DS Ace Attorney games weren't done on the biggest budget,
Oh,
and they
Joe.
had such a small team.
Kill! You finally show your true colors. Dang, I'm starting to enjoy this myself.
Oh,
Fang, please.
also, just to reiterate, when I refer to the DS Ace Attorney games, I'm referring also to the Game Boy Advance versions, which did have such a
Sure.
small team. And they did more than these team of people can do with a full-fledged PS3 or PS4 in the
Not
case of this
just that,
version
Joel,
game.
I've also compared these to games like Disgaea or Project Cross Zone, which had to work with portrait cutscene dialogues, and it still worked because they had enough variety to convey what the characters actually acted like.
You know, that's actually another good point. You know, okay, if you can't have a sprite actually move, why not make a wide enough variety? I mean, Project Cross Zone has so many flipping character art sprites, and each of them have a very good variety. This
At
one,
least 5 or 6.
yeah, this one does. I think this one has barely in the double digits of sprites we've actually had to worry about, you know,
And
artwork
the problem
wise.
is also the fact, as I mentioned, the changes in the sprite pose are so minimal. It gives you the illusion you're looking at the same pose, like static, over and over and over.
And again, I get that the team behind this tends to, release low-budget games, but here's the thing. Neptunia does so much more effort-wise here again. This is what boggles my mind.
It's clear this was just a side project for dumping in the B team and
Yeah.
just hoping for a quick buck.
It's like I said, notice how
And it didn't
along...
work out too well.
It's like
Teo, they got fucking Amano and Uematsu in this project.
Huh. Oh my god,
I
I
mean,
almost forgot
also,
about that.
You don't get Amano, fucking Yoshitaka Amano, and Nobuo Uematsu for a side
And
project.
now it's this.
And yet they did. But yeah, Tio raises a good point because when you think about it, again, Neptunia as a series actually improved writing-wise and thankfully,
I
learned...
think I already said it. It's not so much also the fact of what budget do you have and what resources do you have. It's how you use it.
Exactly.
It's the same of Mighty Number 9. No matter the budget, the dev team could not use what they had properly. From comparison, way forward, Shantae Alpha.
Anyway,
Yeah.
let me recap what's been going on. Basically, Karen was like, by the way, Fang, you're supposed to play with her, not use her as a toy, because, she's the one, as he was just wiggling the tail. And eventually, Ethel got fed up with it, and she literally scratched his face and took the tail from him.
So she's literally a cat. And yet
Not just that, that's a bit insensitive of Fang treating her like an animal.
Well, the thing is, she kept complying, and apparently she did find it fun. I mean, it doesn't make
she
it
did.
right, but I'm a bit confused.
And remember, Teo, this is what's supposed to make Ethel fall in love with Fang.
Wait, what?
I'm not gonna comment, but I just say that to be relatively little knowledge of psychology, they can add this is wrong on so many levels.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. One of the,
Hey, damn it! I demand a rematch.
Sadly, Smash.
I'm gonna go get another one. So just wait right here.
What was he even trying to do
Also,
in the first
note that
place?
Ethel also reacted the same way an animal would when they've had enough of your shit.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Shuri.
I guess there was nothing to worry about. It sounds like Fang wants to keep playing with you. Isn't that nice?
So
No.
No, it's not.
You know what?
I wish I was able to say otherwise, but I can't. Just-
Me neither.
At this point, it's more depressing.
See,
than
look,
anger.
again, here's... Oh, God.
Hehe, my foxtail.
Can you please
See, look, here's the problem. That was a cutscene that needed to
Too bad,
have...
Teo. More skits.
That cutscene needed way more visuals to it in order to convey it as more humorous.
Hot spring buns.
Oh, thank God. I thought I said hot springs for a second there.
Stare at me all you want. I don't have any.
Cringy.
Fine. Next time I'm at the store, I'll buy some for you.
She really is acting like a cat.
Oh,
Alright, let's see what. In the meantime, chapter 2.
Alright, the sub-story.
Go ahead, Shuri.
Mr. Bahus, this is finished.
I don't know, you tell me.
Is this...
I don't know. Use your imagination, guys. Do you think it's finished?
Indeed.
Imagination.
It looks done to me. Ladies and gentlemen, Master Chef with Fairy Pants Wrap.
Hey, guys. Let me let you in on a little secret. You know how a Game Boy Advance game like Ace Attorney 3 got around these sort of things? Had a tiny portrait in the corner. It's not that hard.
Anyway.
But Jova, that would cost us like what, £1?
So anyway, she followed the recipe or something.
That'll cost us 50 yen. We don't have that kind of money.
Not at all. That's the best weapon when it comes to making sweets.
I
Even an extra
disagree.
pinch of sugar can change the outcome drastically, unless the person you want to make them has diabetes.
And don't even get me started on the gluten-free option.
Has it or wants it? I don't.
And now for the all-important taste test. Let me guess, he vomits.
Yeah.
Thump, thump.
It's a sound effect. Go ahead, Shuri.
Oh, hold on. I would recognize those footsteps anywhere. Ethel.
Why didn't
Oh,
they
no.
actually put in the sound effect for it?
Basically, Karen doesn't want Ethel to find out because she wants to keep it a surprise for later.
Imagining her saying it like that because she's cross at her.
Maybe they didn't include the sound effect because Ethel is so sneaky that she doesn't make footsteps that can be heard by the normal human ear.
They just didn't have the money for the sound
Oh!
effect.
Wow.
I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, I'm with Powers on this one.
No, I'm sure it's her. What should I do? I have to hide. The cupboard.
You know,
Should be the kitchen
Sweet
cup.
silence.
okay, you know what? This might have been clever.
I'm actually expecting a jump scare.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this right now. This might have been clever if they didn't include the words "thump thump" in the dialogue, because it implies
I
that
really
we're
don't
all
think
supposed to
that's
hear it.
necessary.
Oh, apparently Bahus disagrees with you, Jova. And also
Oh.
with me.
Hide the-
A sweet smell.
Whoa, I guess she was right.
Sparkle, sparkle. Do we really need to have a sound effect for the word sparkle, sparkle for
Not to mention,
anime
we
freaking
just had.
sparkles?
The sound effect was there.
Listen
Yeah.
up, kid. You won last time, but it's not gonna happen again. If you want something, you need to ask nicely.
He's gonna cave, isn't he?
Ask nicely. May I please have one?
No.
Absolutely not.
And
Thank
they
you for
included
trying.
a pound sound for clatter.
Clatter.
That sounded
So
more
we
like a
couldn't-
pounding sound.
But we couldn't have one for the thumping sound. Whatever.
And,
Oh, never mind
and then we
that.
had a sound effect
The
that's
cupboard door is
completely
just
wrong.
evil. Okay, you can have one, but only one.
And no sound
Thank
effect for her
you.
actually eating, just munch munch. Oh wait! Now there was an eating sound, but right when it said shake.
Don't worry, Joe.
Um,
I'll do the sound effects myself.
So, how is it? Tasty?
Yummy.
It's different from before.
It tastes like bad comedy.
Okay,
What is
seriously, why are you using a punching sound for shuddering?
But this one's even better. Oh, she likes
Oh.
Karen's buns better. Oh, sweet.
Should I?
So I guess
sure.
what happened is that Ethel won.
Basically, Karen banged her head on the cupboard or something.
Again, why are they
Well,
using?
Can you believe it? That old cupboard sure is a little troublemaker.
Why were
I'll
they
have to
using-
Take a look at it later. Please
had-
help me.
I had to ask, why were they using a punching sound effect for
It'll be
both
over soon.
the clattering and then shuddering?
Well,
Jova,
anyway,
Because they're incompetent, Jova.
I'm sure you'll have all the sweets you want before too long.
Really?
Yes, really. Now get the fuck out of my kitchen.
Sure, but that's all for today. Come on, out you go. Into the trash you go.
Seriously, why did you? Never mind.
Okay. Bye-bye. They don't know what they're doing, Jova. It's very simple.
Alright, she's gone.
And then she comes straight back in saying, I forgot something.
Black?
It's she's exiting the cupboard. Are you crying? Did you really hurt that much? I'm sorry, your sprite hasn't changed. I'm not seeing bumps on your.
No, I'm just so happy and.
Okay, look, game. If you're trying to establish that she's crying tears of sadness, saying
Or joy.
"wow" is not
Joy.
really the kind of sad. Okay, that's more of a
I know how
sad
you
crying.
feel. There's nothing better than watching someone enjoy your cooking firsthand. Actually, that
Final
crazy.
Fantasy 15 did this better. Let's just move on, which is ironic considering this actor would be in it.
or some of the Tales of games as well.
Or heck, even Ace Attorney again. Now that I think about it.
Sure.
Thank you so much. It's all thanks to you, Mr. Bahus.
Let me guess,
Aw.
no, because you put your heart into it.
Maybe I would, care more if we saw more of the work and effort she put into this.
Yeah.
Okay, just stop crying, would you? Someone were to see us like this, oh no, please.
They're not going to, are they?
No, don't worry. They're not going.
Oh, never mind. Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, what did I stumble into? Some kind of lover's quarrel?
Pedro, you
Okay,
lied.
Pedro, for context later on when you're editing this video, can you put a laugh track on that moment?
Sure.
Just because. Oh.
In all the
Yes.
time we've been together, this is a first. I had no idea there was this side to you.
Oh, no.
And the next to last person I wanted to see. Listen, this is all a big misunderstanding. It's not what you think. Also,
She's still smiling. Karen, you're not helping the
Mr. Bahus!
Karen, you're not helping the misunderstanding when you cry with a smile on your face and scream his name like that.
You make her call you mister? You should have some weird taste. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I think this calls for a thorough interrogation.
No!
Apprehend the suspect.
I can't believe I'm saying this. I won the Final Fantasy 13 party back.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that again?
I once know stupidity. I want all of it compared to this.
No, I think.
I did nothing.
Pedro, I think now's the time where he's broken now for reals.
No, he's been broken for like
I
20
beat
parts
you
at this
part
point.
1.
No, I would say part 1.
So, okay, is now a good time for me to bring up a little nice tidbit about Compound Heart?
We just saw her!
Never mind, we've got this.
Sure.
I just gotten kind of fun, don't you think?
Why are we bringing up Hyga?
Don't mean.
I don't know.
Oh, Gaunt, I've heard of that term before.
That's
I'm
what he
gonna
gets
check.
for working for Dorfa for so long.
I'm gonna
Serves him
check
right.
the
Basically,
dictionary.
Gaunt means a person who's lean and haggard, especially because of suffering, hunger, or age.
Yeah, okay, it's
Or
like
he's-
skinny.
Or it also means grim or desolate in appearance.
Indeed.
Let me guess,
Uh.
I guess they're making fun of the fact that I guess he doesn't have money, so he can't pay for stuff.
He does have a pointlessly strong sense of responsibility, I suppose. Not that anyone would have cared if he quit either.
You're awful casual with those insults.
Okay, so,
And that's
Like
it.
everyone else in this universe.
Okay, can we move on?
okay,
Yes.
so guys, I have got a bit of a fun fact to share with you.
Yeah, we already know about this.
Apparently,
Go ahead,
apparently, Fairy Friends Ref is one of Compound Heart's more tame games in comparison.
Gritty.
Because apparently, there's a game we did not get. It's called Genkai Toki Pirates. Here's the deal, apparently.
I think actually we got that. I remember seeing some localization
No.
requests.
Okay, if it is, it's a fan sub. There's a reason for that.
It's a PlayStation Vita
Let me
game.
put it like this. The main battle system of this game is called a chest growth system.
Oh, yeah, I think I heard of
Here's how it goes. It's where the girls' chests grow or shrink when players pinch and grab and poke them using the Vita's touchscreen functionality. Larger breasts result in high attack power and defense, while smaller busts reward higher speed. Players
It's
can
similar to those Flash games that involve like puzzle games.
Jova, remind me again, why am I supposed to respect this developer?
Why the fixed camera?
You know what, Pedro? I got enough of it. I mean, look. It doesn't matter how many good games they've released, it does not excuse stupid stuff
Anyway,
like this.
Alright, let me just explain this, Jova. This is a side quest that I'm going to be showing off. There is one big sword. Is it a Fury?
Who's on the screen at the moment?
Aaron.
I don't sense the presence of a fairy. It might not be here anymore.
Well,
Or-
God forbid we have something interesting like a fairy that gigantic.
Seriously? This thing looked like it'd be super strong. What a bummer.
Are we seriously just going to be talking about a plot we could have actually had and are not going to have?
Let me guess.
Very good, Jova. You get a cookie.
It's a
Well, it's
blade
not
of
like you'd be able to carry this thing around anyway.
There you go, Jova. That's your explanation.
Still,
Yes.
I I like me when a fairy belongs to a fairy this big.
We're never gonna meet that fairy, are we?
Actually, we are. We just don't see it. There you go.
Wait, what?
Go ahead, Dwebs. Do your booming voice.
Wait.
Someone there.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Did the sword just talk? Is it a fairy?
God, is that you? Can you cleanse us from this game?
I'm sorry. I haven't had company quite a long time. You called me nothing.
So we speak to the fairy, but we never see a fairy.
We couldn't actually pay
No,
Tsunako to design the fairy because that would increase our salary by like
You
£2. So
you wish to borrow my power, do you?
How do you know? We didn't say anything.
Well, you know what?
Actually, you did.
Well, you know what? This is good. Maybe we can actually get some help from this sir. You know, help us out with our
Yes.
quest.
Old age does have its advantages, but I no longer have a physical form. Instead, I will allow you to use other fairy furies. They couldn't afford to
Oh, how convenient!
How does that even work? Like, does he have like odds? I mean,
apparently he does.
So what? Do fairies like
Thanks a
grow?
lot.
Do fairies
old
like
man.
grow over time or something, and
give me. Don't
that's how they
celebrate
develop?
just yet. I will only allow you to use them once you prove your worth.
A test
Oh.
of bravery. Seriously, dude. Fuck. How about I summon the fucking devil to clear your face right out? Because I kick his ass and he's my bitch.
That's
Man,
up.
sounds like fun. So what do we do?
That sounds like a
Yeah.
Pokemon reference.
Spoony reference.
The only strength I'm interested in is your strength of character. And seeing as you don't have one,
Wow,
so
become.
Uh,
popular. Only then will I accept you and
How?
grant you my
Excuse me?
How does that work? When have we ever established a popularity stat?
Actually, guys, I actually know. In this case, what you need to do is to reflect on yourself and then say, I know, I gotta believe.
Well, again, you don't have any
Oh,
character
wow.
tests, it will take at
So,
least-
okay, so we're in Foul Sea territory now with being super vague.
Okay, so basically, Tail.
Plundering my meeting is not
Hold
a
on,
part
hold
of the test.
Pedro, I think I'm guessing. It varies on the affinity that is between Fang and one of its character. If that affinity raises enough, you get a fury that corresponds to that character. Pedro?
Pedro?
Hey, Joe.
Pedro?
Pedro!
I think he
Hell, we're
died.
not good enough for you.
Yeah,
Seeing a thing like this just makes me more nervous.
he's actually thinking.
Anyway, what's with this popularity thing? Should we go maybe talk to people and see what they're thinking?
Sure, why not? Hey, stupid sword fairy, wake up!
Alright, Pedro, can you hear us now? I guess not. Go ahead,
Oh,
Weebs.
Okay, how about now?
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
It seems
Okay.
you've become quite popular.
Wait, what? What
All right.
happened?
I don't know. This court decided to shit
No, no,
on
no,
me.
no, 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 no. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about. Wait, how did we all of a sudden become popular off screen? Did you.
We
That's
were
because
already
well, I
there.
was trying to explain before Discord
Don't
shut
act so
me off.
fast.
Go on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, hold on, Dwebs.
Sorry.
Hold on, Dwebs. Let me just explain, because trust me, this dialogue is about as in-depth as you can get. Anyway, here's what happens. Basically, every time we get into this area with the fixed camera, like Teo just so well noticed, we're going to get these side quests where the swords will ask us to do something. Each of the swords that we saw will ask us to do something.
Wait.
In this case, to become... Hold on, Joe. Let me...
Go on.
In this case, it's to become popular. What does that translate to? It translates to do a shit ton of requests at the quest board.
So I'm guessing you already did enough, and that's why the screen
basically,
automatically
yeah.
transitions to and
Basically,
say you're
yeah.
popular enough.
Basically, the more quests you do on the quest board, the higher your quest rank will be. Basically, get a quest rank of A, and you'll be able to get the Fury from this guy. And since I already have a quest rank of level S because of New Game Plus, it automatically concluded the side quest.
And
That's what
these
happened.
giant fairies only give us one fairy each.
Yes, but there's some of the best Furies in the game, to be fair.
Okay. Well,
That's about it. This is something that I'll also be showing off because each of those swords has their own inner dialogue of sorts. And trust me, if you thought that request of the popularity was ridiculous, you ain't seen shit yet.
Joyful. See you on the next part.
See ya.
See ya.